And welcome into the D-Event Center on the campus of Weber State University, the site of the 2023 5A State Championship Basketball Tournament on KSLSports.com. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart with you. First game of 8 today. The 5A semifinals will be set by the end of today in our first game. Folks, this is a great way to start the morning. Just like yesterday, game 1 is outstanding. Alta versus Springville. Dane, a team that we expected to be the top team, one of the top teams in 5A, if not the top team in 5A, and one of the teams that we said when we got to this building, they will be a problem to deal with. Well, they collide here in the quarterfinals in Alta and Springville. Yeah, two teams that have great histories of postseason success. Alta last year had their hearts ripped out. Nearly the same date and time, the same time, nonetheless. Yeah, it was the same game time, yeah. We'll see if they can get past this quarterfinal hurdle, and for Springville, this is a team with bigs, and it's Vicentin. You're going to see the freshman Sundrup today. They used to grow post players up in Fremont, but with global warming, that's moved down to the Springville area. Hey, it's not global, it's climate change. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Phraseology, right? I missed my bulletin this morning. And hey, how about this? Heating it up early, Luke Nadald, and if you recognize the last name, his brother last year scored 50 points in a state tournament game, the loss to Murray. So 3-0 start here for Springville. When that 3 ball's dropping for Springville, they are tough. So outside for 3, won't drop for Noah Hink, and then there's the board and putback for Carter Goodfellow. You know, the headlines are grabbed by Reiser and Johnson, but Goodfellow, Hink, Doliak, there's plenty of guys that can score for this Alta lineup. Hey, Goodfellows are important too. Hey, I see what you did there. Yeah, nice job. Nice job. And sneaking past a reference like that past me. So back down the floor we go with Springville. Drop it inside. It's Vicentin. That one stripped away on the run with Jackson Johnson. Johnson leaves that one outside. This is Ace Reiser. Ace skips over to Goodfellow. Pulls on the 3. In and out. And the rebound taken by Vicentin. I know you appreciate good references. I found one you're not going to like. Oh. Timeout. We'll discuss it. It's not a non-air conversation. Hansen does this one in the corner too. Hi, Hollinger has that one taken away. Goodfellow making his presence felt early. He's announcing his presence with authority. Jackson Johnson off on the 3 and the rebound. Claimed by Mason Hansen. Of course, his father, Travis Hansen, went state champion in Mountain View. Played at Utah Valley. Or pardon me, it was UVSC at the time, Utah Valley Junior College, and then BYU, then the Detroit Pistons, amongst others. And wow, we are playing down low. And then that one stripped away from Haslam. On the run, Ace Reiser inside the free throw line, hung up, sends back out to Hink. A little fall away J from Doliak, no, and the rebound taken by Vicentin. And of course, Doliak, his father, the Doliak, was on the 98 Final Four team for University of Utah, went to the NCAA championship, played forever in the NBA with the Magic, amongst other teams, and the former head coach at Park City. Michael Doliak. This Vicentin looks opposite low, and they couldn't get that one to go there from Hollinger. That ball out of bounds, and we'll go the other way with the Alta Hawks. And, of course, no love lost between these two schools when it comes on the football field, however. That series was dominated by Springville in the state tournament until this year when Alta went to Springville and upset the Red Devils, if memory serves. Yeah, I think that was was that the first win? The first win in the state tournament. Yeah. And, in fact, when this section from Springville came in, they got just like football, as there's Ace Reiser. 4-3. What an addition he's been. And you think of that group last year, they had great guard play, graduated, and Ace coming over, boy, what a lift that provided to this backcourt. And how about a timely 3 there by the junior? Nadald on the drive, slapped away. No. Oh, they'll say no, was not slapped away. Yeah, lost on his way going up. I don't know if we got a good look at it. We'll see. Looks like it might be late. Well, 0 for 1 today, Preston. It's okay. Just keep swinging. You got a lot of basketball ahead, Preston. I learned from Corey Mulaney yesterday. Hey, let your shooter shoot. Give him confidence. Just hang with him. Ace, nice pass, and the Doliak with the finish. And a 7-3 start here for Alta.
And look, when Ace hits that three, he's so quick off the dribble. I love that roll by Doliak. It's what rounds out this lineup, makes it so hard. And there's Doliak on the defensive end.
Doliak with the steal. On the run with Johnson.
Sundrup is on the floor. He's guarding right here.
Sends out to Reiser.
Again, that's a freshman, mind you, number 14 for Springville.
And Reiser misses the board to Carter Ozuna, pardon me. Hansen step back to the corner, sends up top to Ozuna, and now reset here with Nadeald.
It's where I'd love for Sundrup to go down and really establish himself in the block, right? You got the size advantage, establish the physicality inside, create a spot for that basketball to go.
13 on the shot clock. This is Hansen on the drive in the lane, floated up, no. Rebound cleared by Johnson. Quickly ahead for Reiser, and Ace can't track it down. And we will go back to Springville. Officials for this morning's games, Elliot Reynolds, Jim Campos, and the Kent Luntz.
Hey, Kent in the quarterfinal. That's fantastic.
Got an approval text from Kent on some of
that
the
is
stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah. The reason why we have a decent relationship with officials.
It all started with Kent. Yeah.
After Dusty blew his top at Lone Peak PG. And it was a 3-hour sit down at the old Hacienda.
Yeah. Kent had no idea what he was walking into.
No, and
handled it like a pro.
He did. That was honestly, it was the beginning of the change of us understanding some of the mechanics.
Yeah.
But also leading some other friendships we've got with officials. Is nice find inside, and Ozuna could not get that one. Sends it out to Hansen. Hansen drives, blocked away by Johnson. So back down the floor with the Hawks. Doliak. Oh, he went a little. Trying to send that out to Reiser and turns it over. Thought Ace would keep going. Ace hooked up. And ball go back down the floor with Springville. A little miscommunication. I feel like a little Russell Wilson last year on that one. They were not on the same page. Our resident Bronco fan didn't appreciate that. Baseline. Jay lips out. Rebound. Back to Springville, and that one's sent back there from Sundrup and saved back in by Goodfellow. Johnson on the drive, hangs, won't go. And the rebound still loose. And we'll go back down the floor with Springville. Goodfellow come off the floor. And checking in is Bo Compton. And Vicentin will come back on.
Yeah, so now you got Vicentin and Sundrup both on the floor at the same time here for Springville.
I would say we can go double horns. Now looking into Vicentin. Johnson with him.
That's a nice job by Johnson trying to front that pass.
And it's back out to Sundrup. A little step back here from Haslam. Rattles home. Nice bucket. Great move.
And I know that, on that one they don't get the ball inside, but that seal allows for the driving lane. No seal needed for Carter Doliak.
How about Doliak running the Jeff Gardner streak play? Goes right down the floor after the made bucket to get the hard two. So the foul on Jackson Johnson, number 1 on Johnson, second team foul on the Hawks. Vicentin over to Haslam. Comes off the screen. Haslam just hits out a little follow away Jay in the last possession. Sundrup up top. Send to the corner. 3 from Hansen is there. Mason Hansen for 3.
I'm telling you, this is what when you see this matchup. When I saw this matchup, I was like, oh dang, because of this, right? Springville can play with the best of them. They have some surprising losses on the year. It's why they're a 12 seed. But I'm telling you, they don't play like that. They are a tough, tough group.
Yeah, the surprise for Springville this year was this isn't meant in any way. And I saw Coach yesterday, but the sweep from Maple Mountain was a surprise. Did not see that one coming. Yeah. And it was one of those ones that, okay, what about Springville? But what we knew and what we believe is when we got to this building, Coach Snell's team is going to show up and play.
Well, and I mean, the incredible thing about it is, you got Maple Mountain who's like, hey, look, we're just going to pack the inside. And that's really what they did. They didn't allow that ball entry. They're going to live and die by making Springville shoot threes. And that's why I say when Springville hits the three, it's a problem because now you have to guard out, and it opens up the inside. It's been a great start for Springville and one that they needed if they want to get an upset here today.
Dash Reiser sends out to Bo Compton. No. Reiser with the rebound, fall away, and got it. After Vicentin gave Springville their first lead, it is the bucket there from Dash Reiser. And he's a freshman too. Not all freshmen look alike between Sundrup and Reiser. More genetics than anything. That's for 15 seconds. Shot clock turned off. Hansen, and we're going to get a foul there on Dash Reiser. Let's take a look at that bucket from Vicentin. I thought the footwork here was exceptional.
And he's kind of expecting contact there. When it doesn't come, he's just floating right to the lane.
Of course, his brother Zach, a state champion and a former 5A Player of the Year in the Rewind Awards. Hansen tries to get the foul call, does not get it. Put back is there for that's not Vicentin. That is
your guy, Walker Dede. Of course it is.
A Dede at the horn. There is no other way to finish anything with Springville. We got him on. Lauren, I know she's smiling somewhere. At the end of one, it is Springville 12, Alta 11. Start of the second quarter, and Walker Dede doing what he does. That makes clutch plays, but want to come in clutch. It's almost mission call opening season. Go to Modern Missionary to get ready for your LDS mission if that's where you're going to go. If you register on their website, you will get a free T-shirt and washable tie. As Vicentin with the steal there from the pass on from Jackson Johnson. Quickly the other way, Haslam sends back up top to Hansen, and Dane, the way that Springville responded. This is the game we expect in this first game of the day.
Yeah, and really for me, it was just the question of would the long ball be there for Springville. It has been in the early going, and I probably sound like a broken record, but hey, we're just 8 minutes in, so you got a lot more broken record to come.
Well, and there's good history for Springville in this building.
Yeah.
Some controversial, some not. As a try by Johnson would not go. Doliak lost that ball, but it was also off of Vicentin and Springville, and the ball will remain with Alta. And Alta, too, has good history in this building. We talked about their last state championship in basketball was here at Weber State. So the ball go off at Springville. And memory serves, that controversial win over Woods Cross. Springville doesn't think it's controversial. Wasn't a Hollinger that hit that? Fall away from Reiser is there.
Not over Woods Cross. Over Woods Cross, it was Vicentin going to the line time and time again.
It was I'm talking about the crazy shot. Remember that?
Wasn't that against Olympus?
No. He hit a number of shots in that one, but it was a shot that it was a shot the horn that beat Woods Cross. Not Vicentin in the line over and over. We'll look it up.
I thought it was a shot at the horn to go to overtime against Olympus.
Olympus hit the shot to send the game to overtime.
All right. I just remember Vicentin.
Wagstaff hit the shot for Olympus to send that game to overtime.
That's right. Okay. All right. I just remember I don't get frustrated with officiating. I was extremely frustrated with the officiating in that game.
Well, the hard part was that was when the state tournament was split until I'm not going to speak out of turn. It was split. Remember they would do the two sites and then they came together?
I was thinking that was at the U as well.
No,
I could be wrong. Okay.
We were at the U, where I was at the U. Is Vicentin with so many people are excited to know where Dusty and Dane were as Vicentin with the board and put back.
Yeah. Well.
14-13.
4 for me. We'll get back to the game here.
Yeah. As Ace sends out to Johnson. Johnson on the drive at Sundrup. Terminates. Sends out to Reiser. Ace pulls for three and hits. Ace Reiser.
And look, if Springville's going to hit the long ball, then Alta needs to too, and Ace has a pair of them here early on.
Send that ball in the corner. Nice find inside of Vicentin. Vicentin jump hook and got it.
I will add this. The winner in the student section is Alta.
Yes.
They were here early. They were lined up outside in the cold, and they are gearing to go.
They must have got excused absences to be here today.
I see what you did there.
We got to defend some student sections, some administrations. We don't know all of them.
Yeah.
Some administrations were not given excused absences to come to the state tournament games as Jackson Johnson hits on the three.
There you go. Jackson, I mean, he had a look back in the first quarter. It was maybe a little further than I would have liked for a first shot. That one, able to drill it. It's another four-star kind of kid.
Is that three? Oh, what a shot. I mean, that's a hand in the face, and Chase Hansel says, what hand?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we want to clarify, because I do know some student body presidents, and when you have administrations that don't give the excuse absence, it's hard to get student sections out. So we want to make sure we clarify that as Reiser knocks down. Oh, that is Dash Reiser knocks down the three.
Yeah, both risers bringing the long ball here for Alta.
And Vicentin on the other end fights through that ball. Oh, sent back by Johnson.
Nice job hanging around there by Jackson. But how about the physicality, letting him play in the post?
Dash Reiser. Kind of wanted that to fall for the freshman.
Yeah.
Then the foul after the rebound going to be called on Ace Reiser, trying to stand up for his brother.
I think that's his second.
Number 2.
Yeah, 5 team fouls on Alta here in the early going.
So that is the 5th team foul on the Hawks. And we got a foul up top there on Johnson. Is everyone's favorite foul calls. The fouls out way away from the basket on the control fouls. Once again, we'll explain how sometimes the floor has been explained to us. The red zone, we're going to call control fouls and stuff out away from the ball or out away from the hoop. The closer you get to the hoop is the blue zone, where they allow more contact. That's the way it's been explained to me. Was that the way it was explained to you?
You know, I've heard various explanations of that. I don't. I'm just staying on the sideline on that one.
What he's saying is that's not approved by Agent 99 or some of those. Hey, I can't remember which official explained that to me, and it might have been off camera, but I've shared it multiple times. But I was shared. As we got a foul away. Well, there it is. See, red zone foul. It's a Nene foul with a hand check outside.
See, here's the thing. I can't do red zone in basketball, Dusty. It doesn't work for me. That's like calling this the pass game. The throw game.
Throw game. Hey, that's why throw game and blue zone all in the same broadcast. See, we're a purple broadcast. Kind of. 3 on the way and good. Noah Hink. And a 4-point lead for the Alta Hawks. Sundrup sends this out over to Hansen. Off on the triple. Quickly on the run out. Goodfellow with the catch and the layup.
Nice little run here by Alta. Springville needs to reel this back in a little bit.
They want their best. They're going to run one of their better plays right here. Looking inside of Vicentin with Doliak fronting. Sundrup pulls on the 3. No. And the rebound taken by Dash Reiser. Not the shot Justin Snell wanted. Hink. Oh, nice find inside, and it crawls off. Mac McKay could not get that one to go. A nice backside pressure from Sundrup. As he holds up top, fires that ball inside of Vicentin. Going at Doliak. Zach, nice move. Left hand, crawls off. Sundrup comes in, gets the board, the foul, but he could not get the bucket to drop. And that is going to put Sundrup at the line for 2. The foul goes to Doliak, and that'll be team foul number 7 on the Hawks. Actually called that on the foul, so it'll be 1-1 free throws here for the freshman. the front end does not go for the post. So 6-point lead for the Hawks, a chance to make it 8 or 9 in this possession. Hink over to Johnson, outside to Reiser. McKee to Goodfellow. Off on the triple. Oh, nice job by McKee, but he can't get the board and put back. Sundrup clears the board, now on the run with Haslam. Haslam down the lane, left hand, no. The board and a swap kid there for Johnson. Johnson sends ahead to Goodfellow. An open dash. Reiser lays it up and in. Defense leading to offense for the Hawks. And now an 8-point advantage for Alta. Springville looking to stem the tide. Sends out 3 from Nate Ald. Is there. Big bucket, Dane.
Yeah. Yeah, that long ball continues to work for Springville. It's inside out there. Oh.
A nice little 2-man game there. Dash Reiser finding Goodfellow. And the lead back up to 7.
That's one where Springville just loses eyes on Carter. He's in the corner. I think they got him contained. Quick burst, no one sees it. Easy finish at the rim.
Oh, nice job at jumping that. Actually stepped out of bounds. Nash Hink. And we'll bring the ball back. It'll be Springville basketball. Look at that little baseline 2-man game here. And back in the game comes in Hyatt Hollinger. With 1:05 on a rolling clock left in the first half. Hansen sends up top to Haslam. Skip to Hollinger. And back up top with Chase Haslam. 15 on the shot clock. Haslam got loose, fall away, got it. Nice job of staying patient and balanced on that one.
Yeah, he's keeping him in this. 12 points for Chase in this first half.
Johnson from way outside, no. And the rebound to Vicentin. And a chance for a final possession of this first half for Springville with a 3-ball. They can make it a 2-point game. But they want a bucket, make it one possession. .15 seconds left in the first half. Down to 7. Hansen with 5. Hansen on the drive, gets into the defender, can't get the shot to go. That one cleared, and that'll do it for the first half. As we go to the break, it is Alta 31, Springville 26. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship quarterfinals on KSLSports.com. Welcome back in the D Event Center. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart with you. If the second half can match that first half, Dane, we're in for a doozy.
Yeah, we are. And look, I mean, two teams that have had to kind of battle and fight through. And, you know, really the most impressive thing to me, we talk about the bigs for Springville. Alta's outscoring them in the paint. 14-10 advantage for the Hawks in this one in that first half. And, you know, the 3-ball, we talk about the importance. 4 of 8 for Springville, 5 of 12 from Alta. Both have shot it really well from long range. Let's see if that can hold up.
And I thought Alta did a great job in the moments having to defend the paint and forcing the ball outside.
Their defense has been active, right? And everything that Springville has had, they've had to work and execute well to get. And even there, that's a tough contested shot with a running down shot clock. Yeah. Good defensive start for the Hawks.
Back the other way with Alta. Haslam had the leading or the most points at the half. And for the Alta Hawks, it was pretty balanced.
Yeah.
Inside to Doliak, misses on the turnaround as Hansen clears the board, and on the run with
But we had
Springville.
The leading scorer, offensive there on Vicentin. Leading scorer for Alta was the freshman Dash, had 9.
Right? And in key moments, because Ace got into some foul trouble, we're going to see the play here from Vicentin. Do you know why I love Justin Snell? One of the reasons I have so much respect for him, one was that state championship. 2 was right there. He didn't blame the official. He didn't yell at the official. He immediately talked to Vicentin about his post play, what he decided to do there. Once he lowered that shoulder, what was going to happen? He coached him up as soon as it went. And we got a foul on the other end. And we've got free throws coming to Doliak. Because we know from talking to Zach Vicentin, the older brother, playing college basketball, how hard Coach Snell worked Zach Vicentin and how much time he put in to help him get better. Is that first free throw good for Doliak? And let's clean up some stuff that we talked about in the first half. We were talking about 2 different state tournaments.
We were 2 different games. So Dusty was talking about the game here at Weber, which was the context of the discussion.
Yeah.
Dane decided to take a trip about 30 miles south and take us to the U
at a couple
for an
years
entirely
later.
different game, just because that's about how good my memory is.
That's how many games we've done. That's how many games
and
we've
they
done.
really do mesh together. Because I even said, I thought that game was at the U. And you're like, no, it was here. Moral of the story is, I'm an idiot. I know our viewers all think that, but it's now been confirmed for everybody. So
inside Vicentin, can't get it. Goes off of Doliak, and we'll stay with the Red Devils. Any chance to see that? Right off the knee of Doliak. You're not going to get that past Ken Luntz. So they reset the shot clock to 35 seconds. As up top, a Sundrip goes high-low and trying to get into Vicentin, knocked away by Doliak, and we'll keep it here with the Red Devils.
I will tell you this. Both student sections are scouting for that semifinal. We got a good Olympus crowd in the wing, a good Brighton crowd in the ring. Brighton, they tried to join Springville. The Ushers were having none of it. Like, no.
So, hey, we just want to join our border school in Alta. Nothing but warm and fuzzy feelings between Brighton and Alta.
Yeah, I get along great.
It used to be Brighton and Skyline.
I mean, we went on a double date once and then realized our wives are Brighton and Alta. We can't do this again. I'm just teasing. Megan's great. I just couldn't resist.
I don't think your wife has an ill feeling toward anybody.
No.
Not a chance.
No.
And, Megan was a swimmer at Alta. On the drive, leaves that to Doliak. And Vicentin going to pick up the foul.
I really like the way they've utilized Doliak today. They've worked a lot of high action off of him, rolling him to the lane, getting a lot of those pass backs.
Knocks down the first.
Hard to believe that 6'7" gets overshadowed. Didn't see a lot of minutes last year with Hayden and Johnson, but now he's really filled that role for Alta and been great. And just a junior. This Alta roster is still very young.
As inside, Vicentin can't get that. Cleared by Doliak on the run with Reiser. Here comes Ace. Leaves it for Johnson. Down the lane, and Johnson flushes.
And that's why Reiser makes this team special. You can really push it. And he is such a good point guard. Able to get it over to Johnson. No one takes away that lane. Easy flush for Jackson.
And on the other end, it's Sundrup laying it up and in. Timeout, Justin Snell. With 4:59 left in the third quarter. Chance to see that run out and dunk.
Yeah, again, just no one recognized where that ball's going. Ace Reiser with the assist. Hey, Ace, got any more of that gum?
Yes, I do. We'll be right back. 4:59 left in the third. Well, welcome back into the D-Event Center. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart, want to thank Utah Jazz Camps for joining us as a sponsor. You want to get better at basketball, one of the great places to do is Jazz Camps. They got camps coming all over the state of Utah and through Idaho. Or you can go to Utah, the Shoot 360 facility in Lehigh. Go to UtahJazzCamps.com. Get a swag bag when you register for a Jazz Camp, and a great way to spend some time during your spring break as Ace Reiser put it in reverse, +1 for Ace, and now he deserves the finger pistol.
Just got to stay in a positive frame of mind. I mean, Sundrup is their baseline, and Ace hanging the reverse.
That was pretty.
That was pretty.
Put it in the spin cycle. Gets the +1 and the largest lead of the day, 10 points. Back of Haslam, it's Sundrup goes inside of Vicentin. And, man, working that high-low from the bigs. Feeling like old school, now faster paced. Tanner Gregory to Chris Collinsworth.
It is faster paced.
Much faster paced.
Yeah.
That's a throwback to our first season. Matter of fact, the runners-up that year in the 5A or 4A classification, Provo Bulldogs, Coach Craig Drury, that fell to the Highland Rams, the original hecklers of Dane and Dusty.
Yeah.
Hey, Dusty, where's your boy Tanner Lamb? I'll never forget that, going down the floor and getting heckled by the Highland fans.
I still remember going down to do post-game interviews and feeling like I was going to get run over in a stampede of Highland hecklers.
They did not appreciate the love that one of us gave the Orem Tigers that year.
I was good with Highland. They appreciated it. Steve Panos was my guy.
Steve Panos was your guy.
Weber State guy.
That's true. We had him and Orchard.
Yes, yeah.
Orchard played football. He played football here, if I remember right. Either football or basketball, because he was good at both.
Yeah.
And it's not to be confused with Nate Orchard. It's Jake Orchard. Because when Nate was at Highland, it was Nate Fakafua.
Yeah, it was not Nate Orchard. And Dusty's really worked on that pronunciation. He's got it down.
Yeah, Sister Tina.
Yeah, we learned.
Vince would put that on one of our memories.
That would certainly require a bleep or two.
Haslam misses on the 3, off the hands of Sundrup out of bounds. Maybe that's what we'll do at our next commercial break. If Vince is going to load up the next rewind memory for our commercial break. So we'll stay here with. Of
course, that was back when we weren't on speaking terms with Vince. That probably doesn't help.
We weren't allowed.
Yeah.
He was trying to burn us here at the event center in the East Center. As Haslam. He was on the blacklist. Up top with Hansen. As we go inside at 20 seconds on the shot clock, down to 15. Sundrup does good inside of Vicentin. Zach hanging on a pivot. No, gets his own rebound. I knew I was going to do it. It's not Zach.
Yeah, it's Nate.
Nate. Old habit. Look inside to Nate. Johnson comes over and takes it away.
Back in the first half on those seals, you would see Springville drive off of that.
Reiser misses, and Johnson there for the putback.
They just keep coming. We got a wide out here in the student section, reminiscent of Alta. An avalanche right now for the Hawks as the lead pushed to 10.
30-second timeout. Get a chance to see this putback here from Johnson. Had the dunk earlier, and then the little stat stuffer there, board and putback. And gives us a chance to remind you that our games, as always, are broadcast brought to you by Heidemann and Associates. Go to utah.law to find the law office nearest you. For our Springville fans, an office in the Riverwoods. That's where they're headquartered, right across the street from the golf course. So go see our friend Justin Heidemann, get a free consultation. Just let him know the Rewind sent you.
I just know there's a Chevron nearby. It's where I get my unofficial drink.
Yeah, you go to Willie's.
I don't know. There's a Chevron near. That's all I know.
It's Willie's.
Okay. Thanks,
Willie's
Willie.
Pit Stop.
Thanks, Willie.
Yeah. If you're really
free sponsorship. If you'd like this kind of sponsorship, you just reach out to us on Twitter.
It's just a fixture in the community of that area down the river bottoms.
Yeah. Well, proud supporter.
Happy to do it. As by the way, we're talking Springville. I can't talk Springville without talking about Two Jacks Pizza. Can't do it.
Never been.
All right, we're making a trip.
Let's do it.
I kid you not. Two Jacks Pizza and the cheese sticks.
Hey, I went to Springville for the Springville Lone Peak girls game this year.
I know. I was going to tell you, hey, stop at Two Jacks.
Yeah, something could have been brought to my attention last month. But I'll tell you this, that's a great little community.
Yeah.
That gym.
It's one of the old school gyms that
It is
hope
one of
never
the old
gets
school
touched.
gyms.
Cypress is going to get redone. They have got to just rebuild it.
Yeah, they're not.
That's a mistake.
I know I'm not happy. Neither is a certain head coach. But some things are taken out of our hands.
That's a mistake. But, yeah, you never think the pizza place would be great in at a gas station. But trust me, it is well worth it. As Johnson comes away with the board and now on the run with the Hawks.
And while we're at it, speaking of local food joints, there's a Raising Cane's just down the street from Alta now.
Ooh, yeah, 114 South.
Yeah.
It hasn't turned into the post-game hangout spot as Reiser hanging in the paint. Sends it back out to Dash Reiser because Friday nights you can find Alta and Corner Canyon at In and Out with Dusty as Dash Reiser knocks that down.
This is the best game I've seen from Dash. Getting nice minutes tonight, but, man, he is taking advantage of every one of them.
11 points.
Yep.
And up, ooh. Thought we'd have a steal and run out. Going to have a foul charge first. Take a look at it here. See, this goes to Hink.
I think the problem with that is that there's contact on the screen from Hink, right? And even if that ball isn't handled cleanly and you feel like you got to run out, you run into the player, I think that's probably the right call.
I mean, Hink may be smaller, but he's older than the freshman. Shocked he could knock him down. Here comes Hansen. Flying through and gets it to go. How about the take and make from Hansen?
Yeah, I was actually thinking of another reference that I'm going to hit at some point in this final 9 minutes.
Nice move by Ace. Sends that ball in the corner. Hink on the baseline. Haslam cuts him off. Gets it to Johnson. And Johnson lays it up and in.
Very unselfish play. I thought Hink had an opportunity for the baseline drive there. Recognizes, hey, I can get a better look. Finding Johnson, who's just living off of the setups he's getting left and right here.
Haslam fouled on the take, but before we get to his free throws, let's see that last floater from Hansen. I thought this was impressive.
That's a tough shot. Third foul, meanwhile, on Ace.
So Ace is probably going to come off the floor. Dash is going to have to run the last little bit here. Imagine Ace won't come back till after the 6-minute mark in the fourth. As coming on is Bo Compton. And of course, I got a soft spot in my heart for the Alta basketball fans. They were the original Dusty diehards.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Remember that great game? I actually referenced it. That was at Bingham for the second round game. Referenced that game. That's where it all started. It was Bingham Alta. With Kohler and David Johnson at 7 threes for Bingham. 9 seconds left in the third. Dash pulls short. Johnson tries to keep that ball alive. 3.6 seconds left in the quarter. And it'll be Springville ball with a chance maybe here at the horn. What did Dave Evans tell us yesterday? You get a bounce per second. Yep. So he should have 3 bounces. He's got to put it up. He got 4. Just wide to the left. That's the end of 3. It is Alta 46, Springville 36. You're watching the 2023 5A quarterfinals on KSLSports.com. Hey, do we have a new And welcome back in. Start of the fourth quarter. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart. For one of these teams, it's the last quarter of the high school season, Dane, and been impressed with what we've seen from Alta.
Well, unless they go Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and decide to just keep playing even though the game's done. Did you see that last night?
No.
So
in Cactus League or down the Grapefruit League?
I don't know, whatever spring training Pittsburgh says they play in, because we know it's not real Major League Baseball. No, they Pittsburgh won 7-4. They played the bottom of the ninth anyway. Umpires left the field.
Oh, they just want to get some work in.
Yeah. So they just, played the bottom of the ninth.
I actually like that.
I have no problem with it. I was like, who makes the strike calls? You have like a batter and a catcher going to go to like.
Well, I mean, all of us grew up playing. Say, hey, catcher calls. Catcher calls strikes. We've all done that before. The way we used to roll back in Wellington. How about Hansen just hanging, couldn't get that to go. Vicentin leaves it short on the putback that's off of Alta, and we will stay here with the Red Devils, and they got to get on a run here, Dane.
Yeah, they do. And really, we talked about that. The long ball in the first half, they were 4 of 8. I don't recall them hitting one in that second quarter. Everything was really worked inside, which I understand. But, again, I feel like such a critical aspect to keeping with Alta. And Alta, look how far out they're defending. There's not a lot of space to take those shots right now.
Hansen from way outside. Mercy. How about Mason Hansen showing up, showing out?
Sometimes you got to take it from Kaylee Woolston range. It's just, we talk about how high Alta's defending. You step back.
What was it? Kaylee's 4-3 yesterday was from the Big Sky logo.
I'll tell you this. I had someone tell me today the best player in the building this week is Kaylee Woolston. That's a boys coach, by the way. And so I'm just saying.
And it's the best form of a shot. I love watching Kaylee.
That's what he said. He's like, she could come to our gym, and she would be like one of the best players.
I know who it was. And they would like to shoot the three.
I know. He's like, we'd love to have him. I'm like, we can see if we can get her up here.
That's the thing, and I know I've got to see a ton of Lone Peak girls. We've done Rewind has done every game this year for the Lone Peak girls. A little partial to watching Katie Wilson shoot, and Shawnee Nordstrom, I've said on record, one of my top 5 favorite players in the state. We'll see Lone Peak girls tomorrow. There's Hansen. Gives that over to Haslam. 5 on the shot clock. Haslam fall away on the baseline. No. Rebound. Still loose. Taken by Dash Reiser.
Great defense by Ace.
This is out to his older brother, Ace. As Ace hands off to Compton. Johnson jumping from the free throw line. Got it. Hasn't had to have his best game, but he's had an impactful game today, Jackson Johnson.
I have him up to 11. And to your point, has he been the 20-point-a-game guy today? No, he has not, but he's made a lot of nice defensive plays and has been timely scoring in this second half for Jackson.
As Springville hanging by a thread here, down 13, as we are getting close to halfway through the final frame. Off the screen from Vicentin. Haslam, Sundrup was looking into Vicentin, send to the corner. Hollinger misses the 3 and the rebound to Doliak. And Alta, they can get one and dones and buckets. Alta can punch their tickets to the 5A semifinals.
I'll tell you the other thing. I think this Alta team learned the lesson from last year. Got upset against Bonneville. It was a physical game. They have brought physicality today. And you see the work going on in the block on both offensive defensive ends. They have not been shying away from contact. Last year they got pushed outside. Couldn't hit the shot. Today they've been very, very up to the task of working in the paint offensively and defensively.
Yeah, that game a year ago, they just don't have anybody from Springville, although Hansen's knockdown shots. Remember, was it 7 threes from the Hardy? I think it was Hardy last year for Bonneville.
Or was it one of the brothers?
Now it's melted together. I swear I got in trouble for saying Bonneville. Some fans didn't appreciate that. And I did it for a friend of mine. But drop it in Vicentin. Forces his way in the lane. Can't get it. Gets his own board. And Nate has that one stripped away. Put it down low, and the guards came out, took it away. Dash Reiser on the other end. Defense leading to offense, and you see the speed of Dash.
Well, that's a quick little finish there for Dash. That's a double team that's collapsing down on him on the run out.
As Haslam falls away, no, and the rebound to Johnson.
One and dones right now for Springville, and the Bigs just haven't been able to get offensive boards or second chance opportunities.
And right now, Semisonic played last night as we left the building. It is closing time for Alta. Take care of the basketball and be smart as Springville, again, they're hanging by a thread as Johnson goes for the highlight. The foul to Vicenton. But Jackson Johnson at the line for 2 free throws.
And this is why you love him, right? We've seen him today be a spot-up shooter. He's had a couple of drives, but even there, recognize that lane's open, going right at the big man. And again, it's just that mindset that has been different today for Alta. Such a good shooter.
So if I remember a year ago, getting to see him, we did that Tim Feud game where they blitzed Tim Feud to open that game at Alta, and then last year in the state tournament, really impressed. Thought he'd come back this year, be special, and he has been. As it goes 1 of 2 from the stripe, a 16-point Alta lead. Haslam sends that one over to Nate Alden, working around. It's Hansen back to Haslam for 3. No. Strong first half and a tough second half shooting there for Haslam.
When Dash is getting rebounds, you know it's a focus in that locker room, right? Yep. Everybody is hitting the glass.
When you're seeing the hustle here from Alta, as they're going to close this thing out, and they're going to punch their ticket to the semifinals. First time in a long time here for the Alta Hawks as that ball slapped out.
First time, long time, 6 foot, $185. There it is.
Watched that on my drive in this morning. Johnson hangs, no, got his own board and put back. And then we're going to have a foul here on Alta, and the foul will be charged to Johnson. And then we're going to have a foul
offensive
on Vicenton.
Drawn by Doliak.
So 2:01 left in the fourth quarter. I don't want to dredge up bad memories, but there's no threat here. Every time I think of Alta in the quarterfinals, I think of our first state tournament. Stratton McCausland when they come back.
Relationships were ruined that day.
Scorched earth that day. But that was Brian Green.
Yeah.
That was when I first like, Brian Green might be now a phrase used by maybe too many people and too often. He's a dog.
And like all great high school basketball players, he went to the Utah State University.
After 2 years at Slick.
Yeah.
I just remember a good buddy of mine now, Brock Zylstra, that told me, he said he got benched by Dave Rose for a number of weeks because in Jimmer's senior year, Dave Rose said, hey, Green can't get a shot off. And he hit a 3 over Brock Zylstra because Brian went off in that game.
Yeah.
And immediately timeout, took him out of the game, and Brock goes, I was out of the rotation.
Hey, Titan Nation is here. They are swarming the building.
They're making a move, and not because of us.
They're trying to find any way they could get to that student section. And the problem is we're trying to maintain some order. And so 16-year-olds probably not going to quite understand the emphaticness of the direction.
Hey, you don't herd cattle by saying please and thank you.
I work with ranchers. I've heard.
They don't say please and thank you.
Not usually.
At least not to them. Yeah. There's on the drive, Haslam. Oh, look at that, +1. You're learning everything today if you've been hanging out with us this morning.
It's been a good start.
Yeah, 7 more. As Haslam gets the and one. Remind you, we're going to have Josh Margetts, our reigning 5A Coach of the Year later on today.
Yeah.
I think it's the coach from Murray. Don't know his name.
Yeah, people have told me I've met him, but
Oh, it goes off of Reiser, and we'll go back to Springville. I can't remember. We'll figure it out. But and then Amy Dorier, Dorius. That's even better.
she does like that, but
Amy's awesome. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back. You're watching the 5A quarterfinals. Yeah, I don't know how it works. Basketball's a different animal.
that it is.
But we do know that in March they can't show up because remember we didn't meet. We saw Bill Self back in the day. There's a steal lead out. Hollinger can't keep that ball in bounds. So again, we mentioned Brighton Olympus for the third time this year going to be coming up here, and for all the marbles, for the whole enchilada, for the whole ball of wax.
Third time this year. And I'll tell you, the way Brighton played in that quarter, it got Olympus's attention, and it should have.
Well, and the way the Olympus played in the second round should have their attention. The 3-point win over East.
Yeah.
Dane's favorite basketball program, apparently, according to some.
Hey, look, I like to motivate.
As Ace Reiser gets fouled, going to put him at the line for 1-and-1. That foul will go to Haslam. But we knew this Springville team would be tough, and I think to much of some, well, at least we know of one, coach's dismay, making it to the side is something, right? Because everybody gets into the state tournament, so it's not, hey, we qualified for the state tournament. But making it to the side means something, and for Springville on this year, we thought that they could get here. And this is still a successful year for Coach Snell on a young team.
Yeah, I mean, you bring back Sundrup, Vicentin graduates, Dede graduates, Hollinger graduates, Haslam graduates, Nadal will be back. But, you got some guys that are coming back, and you've got a big, you've got a shooter. There's always depth, and Coach Snow does such a great job there. You know that this will be a program to still be reckoned with down in Region 9.
Even three alignment is shot at the Hornet from Haslam is short, and the ball will go back to the Hawks as Alta's going to punch their ticket. Be proud, a lot of proud Alta alum out there, excited about the Alta Hawks winning and getting to the semifinals. First time in a long time as Ace Reiser trying to work on his Preston Sanchez head nod there just to close out the game. As the final score, Alta 59, Springville 46. Dane, so final thoughts, a selection of the Heidemann Associates player of the game.
Well, look, I thought Springville came out in that first half very competitive, really liked the mode of attack. Alta was really able to just clasp down on them and made that the long ball difficult. Got out on the run. Loved what we saw from Alta today, the defensive intensity. Good year for Springville. Comes to a close. My player of the game, boy, this is tough. I could really go three different directions. I think I'm going to go Carter Doliak. Had a really nice offensive game. Thought he did some good things in the paint as well. I'm going to go with Doliak as my player of the game.
Wow, Doliak. I really thought you were going to go Dash Reiser. That's a good pick.
Well, it was Dash, Doliak, or Johnson, right? And it's like, take your pick. And you could even talk about Ace, the way he led. It's what Alta is this year. They got a lot of ball players.
It comes at you like an avalanche, like the whiteout was today. Again, our final score, Alta 59, Springville 46. Alta punches their ticket to the 5A semifinals. You'll have that game right here on KSLSports.com. Coming up next is going to be Brighton and Olympus. For Vince Francis and Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 2023 5A quarterfinals on your home for All-Night Championships, KSLSports.com.